Clerks. Clerks. You know, I've heard a lot about this movie, and I've gotten told to watch it before by friends, by people who just enjoy movies, and, schoolmates, all that. Oh, look, a butterfly. I did watch it, and I have to say I'm not that impressed. It's a pretty meh movie. I I I liked parts of it. I liked more towards the end where things actually started happening, but the movie just started out so slow. And I feel like the actors had to kind of get used to their parts as they went along in the movie. And I wonder if it was shot chronologically because to me, I can see that lines are very, very clunky in the beginning and it feels forced. It doesn't feel like conversations happen like an actual conversation should. You have to wait halfway into the movie until Randall gets there because he's the only person who actually speaks normally. But I guess that kind of says something about the writing in which the characters who have the most time and attention paid to their parts obviously feel a little bit more lifelike. I liked Randall. He was probably my favorite character because he's kind of a dickwad. that's probably the best way that I can explain him. But aside from him and parts of the movie where Dante has his moments, everybody else just felt forced and annoying. Especially Jay. Oh my lord. I mean, I like Jay and Silent Bob and Dogma. Dogma is a great movie. I like some of Kevin Smith's movies. I haven't seen all of them. I really like Dogma, but Jay and Silent Bob in this such an early stage were awful. I mean, you had the right attitude there, but something was seriously off from the movies that I've seen of those two characters, later. So, some of you may hate me for this review because I'm not really, you know, calling it the cult classic like it is, but I wasn't impressed by it. And there were parts of it that just made me feel like, is this supposed to be an indie type movie, or is it supposed to be, Kevin Smith's trying to break into an actual role? Because it kind of has this cross between an actual sort of lifestyle movie and indie movie where he talks about philosophy. He tries to shoot it in black and white, so it's all, stylistic. But then I look back at it, and with the type of genre that it is, it's not enough there for it to constitute having the black and white because there's no reason for that other than I think maybe that was the sort of equipment he had to shoot it. If I recall correctly, Kevin Smith shot this in the actual convenience store he worked at for like $17,000 or something like that, and it grossed over $3 million in the box office. That's a hell of a return. I don't know. It didn't seem like it should have been like as indie of a movie as it was sort of put out to be, and the philosophical conversations, while interesting, just completely came out of nowhere. I mean, you could have left in all of the asshole jerkish joke stuff and the movie would have been still the same without all of that. And then another thing that kind of takes it away from that was the horrible soundtrack. I mean, I'm not against rock music or anything. I'm a friggin' rock musician. You see the guitars back there. But, the random punk that comes out of nowhere for absolutely no reason other than probably Kevin Smith really liked those bands, They serve no purpose. Another thing about the movie that I really didn't understand were the random words that were popping up between, I'm guessing, the sections of the movie. Mostly because I didn't know what they meant. So, just kind of way over my head. I'm not sure if they have some meaning towards the plot, or anything like that. I should probably look it up. But I don't know. It kind of felt like this movie was trying to make a point, but held itself back from doing it. And that kind of brings me to another thing. I think if Kevin Smith left his original ending in, because I read up on this, then the philosophical meaning of the movie would have just expanded outward. Because the movie is about Clerks. It is about two guys who are going absolutely nowhere in life, want to get out of it, but have no motivation to do so, have absolutely no motivation to leave their, current jobs and either go to school or make something of themselves. And the ending of the original was that Dante got shot in a robbery of the story and he died behind the counter. And after that, a guy walks into the store and shoplifts a pack of gum without even seeing Dante dead behind the counter. And what speaks to me about that original ending is it kind of like pulls everything together where this guy is going absolutely nowhere and, is wasting his life away there. And he's got no motivation to go anywhere. He doesn't feel like doing anything. And because of that, if the original ending were there, it would kind of be like hitting a brick wall because you watch it and you see Dante dead and you realize that if you don't do something, it'll all go away. You have to do something with your life. And I feel like that philosophical meaning without the original ending and kind of just the way everything is done, it doesn't come across. And I'm not saying that it has to be professional or anything. I mean, indie movies, they make a damn good impact if they're professional or not, but this movie needed more. And I think that was probably because Kevin Smith was still new to the whole scene, and it was, if I recall correctly, his first like try at a big movie. So he definitely got better with time, but his first movie, as much as it is a cult classic, I can't recommend. I personally don't like it. I don't think it's horrible, but I don't think it's worth watching because it kind of felt like a waste of an hour and a half or however long it was. That's what I thought, Movie Club. Don't hate me too much. Bye-bye.